Katrina and this is Create Something Pretty. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm in my garden today and we are going to be talking about what I'm going to make next. Thanks so much for spending your time with me. I am out in the garden. It is school holidays and it was just really nice and quiet out here, so I thought I'd come out and enjoy the peace and quiet and the birds making little noises. But there has been, since I've been out here, my dog has been barking at the neighbour's dog and making him bark as well. So I have him on a lead right next to me so he doesn't run around and drive me insane. So if you hear some noise, it might be his chain, or hopefully he behaves. I'm not sure what's going to happen. He's still a puppy. He's only about 1.5, so yeah, there's a lot of learning to take on board. And it is also a very humid day. If my hair ends up twice this volume by the end of the video, do not be surprised. So I am in between projects at the moment. I have just finished I think it's the Friday Pattern Company. It's one of their latest skirt patterns. I can't remember the name of it, but I'm also wearing the Friday Pattern Company Butano top today in this beautiful seersucker. It might actually be a little bit wrinkled, but it's kind of hard to tell because seersucker has little bubbles all the way through it. So yeah, it's would be a really good fabric to use as a beach shirt cover up, which I've been thinking ever since I've made it. And it's so beautiful and light. I'm really loving this shirt a lot. I would like to make something else using this fabric as well. So yeah, that's what I'm wearing today. So yeah, I want to talk about what I want to make next. So I'm between projects. I've just finished a skirt pattern from Friday Pattern Company. I'm actually wearing it at the moment. I was outside taking photos, so I thought I'll do a video as well while I'm out because it's so pretty. My dog is going to knock the camera stand. Don't be surprised if it gets knocked. So yeah, I'm trying to decide what to make next, and I have actually pulled out a few patterns and put them away again. I did pull out my what's it called? I don't have any of the patterns or anything out here with me, so I have to remember everything. My cielo top that I talk about all the time, I love that pattern. I would like to make the long sleeve version. It has like a lantern sleeve, like an extra section on the bottom of the sleeve, but I'm going to leave that off and just gather the top sleeve section. So it's a nice little sort of, I think it's either at or above my elbow. I can't quite remember. I've made it in the past. I love it. It doesn't fit me like it used to. I can still wear it, but it's not great around my hips. So I'd like to make another one and just have a little bit more room in it. So I was looking at that last night and I'm just really undecided if that's what I want to do. But I also think I may need to print it out again. Only my printer last night has gotten to a point where it's too old and I can fix it, but I need to order parts to make it run, so I can't print at the moment, so I have to use what I have. So this is a nice challenge considering I have enough patterns, I have enough fabric. Let's just use what I've got. So this is my plan. I think it'd be a nice little challenge just for a little while, just to not replace that ink cartridge or whatever it is inside the printer that's not working. So that is what I'm thinking at the moment. So I am not wanting to I kind of don't want to make anything difficult, but at the same time I feel like my fabric needs to tell me what I want to make out of it, what to make. I did try I pulled the pattern apart last night to make this yellow, and I found myself wanting to buy new fabric just to make the top, and I have that much fabric. I can't be doing that. That's not okay. I really need to use what I have. So I'm thinking I'm going to choose the fabric first and choose a pattern to go with it. So I still have that beautiful fabric that I purchased recently at Spotlight, and I'll put a picture of it in as well. I want to make that into something, and I have been thinking of making the Nina Lee, I can't remember the name of that one. It's one that I purchased very recently. I was going to make it into that, but I don't have enough fabric. I think I need it's around 3 meters, and I don't think I have quite enough. I think that's how it was. My dog is actually just scratching at the ground here. He's going to make a horrible mess and I'm getting eaten by mosquitoes. So yeah, it's either that one or it's the Soho House 7 CV dress. One of them had more fabric, used more fabric than the other. So sorry, I just need to move my dog. He's digging out my lawn. No. So yeah, one of those patterns used more fabric than the other, so I have 2.7 I believe of that fabric to use. So I want to make it in some sort of a dress with a swishy sort of ruffle on the bottom, just something fairly simple but just finishes off with that swishy little skirt. I did originally think of using the free, it was a free pattern originally, I'm not sure if it still is now, by Peppermint Magazine, the Barden dress, and I think LB Textiles, which is an Australian company, sorry I keep moving my dog, originally made that pattern for Peppermint Magazine. It was in collaboration, something along those lines. So that's the other one. I have 3 options to make using that fabric. I also purchased the black gauze that I talked about in a previous video. I also put a photo of that as well. I was actually going to make another Butano top out of that one. My dog is driving me nuts right now. He's digging up my lawn. Yeah, I was just going to grab him. This is my dog Harley. He has had his haircut just very recently and he's digging out my lawn. He's got dirt on his face and I have clean clothes on. So yes, I'm just going to hold him for the moment. So yes, I had some black gauze that I purchased a little while back and I was going to make another Butano top with the short sleeves out of it. That keeps running through my mind that I was intending to do that. However, I don't want something with buttons in at the moment. I'm just not really up for that challenge. I did, just as my printer ran out of the bit that broke, I was printing out the one of my most recent purchases, which was, I think it's called the Rise and Falls top or something like that by Pattern Emporium. I'll put a picture of that in. I was actually thinking that that is another option. I really like this top because it uses binding on all the, it finishes it off the neckline, all that on binding rather than having a facing, and I much prefer that finish. So yeah, that is something else I'm thinking of. And I have this beautiful fabric which is a Miss Moresby print. I believe it's Miss Moresby, I could be wrong. Gabriella Laros, I think it's her design. I have that fabric and I'm thinking I might make that into some sort of a cami top or something, and it'd be really good to use up some of my really nice fabric. So these are some ideas going through my head. I also purchased not that long ago some beautiful fabric from Kristen at the Dahlia Society. I purchased, I'm not sure what company the fabric is made by, but I will put a picture up of that as well. I think about this fabric all the time. I did want to make, it was a matchy, it's either the matchy sewing club top, I'll put that up as well because I'm not sure of the pattern company, the pattern name off the top of my head, or there was a Helen's Closet, I think it's a March top and dress, and I was thinking about making a top version, and I was thinking of using this fabric to make that top with. So there's some ideas running through my head of what I'd like to make. I just want to make something simple that I already have the pattern. It's not going to be too challenging. I already have the fabric. I want to use my fabric this year. I'm trying very hard not to buy anything. I purchased way less fabric last year than I have ever before. I've done really well with that, but now I just need to spend more time making because last year was not great for making. So that's what I want this year to be all about, making whatever I can. In the back of my mind, I'm also thinking about making the Helen's Closet June pants, and I have been watching a lot of videos of how to wear wide leg pants and how to make them suit your body, because they don't suit everybody, and I'm finding that they don't always suit me, and I think it's more the cut that is more important. I think I need a slimmer cut around my hips and thighs, and then not as flared past my knee, and I think that would suit me a whole lot better. And I'm not sure if the Helen's Closet June pants is that, so I need to have another look. But the beauty of being able to sew is that you can alter it, which is what I have done with the skirt that I'm wearing, which I'll tell you about in another video. So that is another pattern that I am very much thinking about making at the moment. So that's pants. I have a couple of top patterns, and a dress. So I think that's quite a bit to keep me going, and the Butano top, which would be, I think that would be the easier option, but I just don't want to do buttons at the moment. I need a simple cleansing sort of project. I did have a moment the other day. I wanted to go out for a walk with my dog, and it was a really hot day, and I wanted to wear a, what do you call it, like a knit style top with no sleeves, just a really simple sort of shell style top, but in knit. Can't think what you call that right now. I had nothing. I could not find one in my wardrobe, and it took me ages to get out of the house because I couldn't find something to wear that wasn't clingy or anything, because it's just that hot. I didn't want anything clinging to my skin, but I just wanted something that would be easy to wear and cover up what I needed covered up, and I couldn't find anything. So I have pulled out the Pattern Emporium Besties tee. I think that's the one that has the slightly more forgiving hip line, and there is a version in that where it has the tail, the scooped at the front and back, so you can it still feels like it's a nice length, but then it has that little bit added on to cover up the bits that you don't want shown. So I am very much thinking about that, but I'm not sure if I want to tackle knits at the moment. So yeah, there's some of the projects that I'm thinking about making. I'm not sure that I have fabric for that one, so that's probably not the best option. There might be something I can make. But yeah, at the moment I'm trying to figure out what to make next. There are too many options. I keep pulling out these patterns and they're not always the right ones. I hope you enjoyed hearing about what I'm thinking at the moment and what I'm wanting to make. Yeah, the printer breaking down has really put a dampener on going forward, but at the same time it is a really nice challenge to try and use what I have. So thank you so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed hearing what I'm thinking of making. Yeah, we're in school holidays at the moment. Kids are home, so that's why we're outside, and yeah, been trying to do all those last minute, well, they're not last minute, I'm trying to be organized before my kids go back to school. They've got about another 2 weeks left and they go back to school. My daughter's starting high school for the first time, so I'm trying to be very, very organized, and I feel very broke, so I just bought 2 pairs of shoes the other day. That's a lot. I didn't choose myself, so I'm sort of trying to hold off a bit. So thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy today's video, I'd love it if you'd give me a like, and if you're not yet subscribed, I'd love it if you would do that as well. I might add a little bit of my garden at the end so that you can see it. It's not the best at the moment. It's okay. It's not terrible. We have mown the lawn just recently, and we've had a few hot days, so some of the plants aren't looking at their best, and my dog has squashed and ruined one of my favorite plants while we were away during the school holidays, and I didn't realize. I didn't come out and check it. One of my, I think it's called a tarsia, it's probably completely wrong. It's a hydrangea, and it's actually in flower now, the bit that's left of it. I was really looking forward to that coming into flower, and he's just wrecked it. I'm so not happy. So I might put a little tiny bit of the garden in at the end, so you can enjoy that as well. So thank you so much for watching. It's starting to rain, so I better go. I will see you next week. Bye.